We actually have Temple of the Kings making a very awesome showing out of this regional, and is that manga Ryu ran as well? Make sure you guys smash the link, crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So you guys wanted to see just actual change in the meta. Well, the regional levels where you're going to see the Titans duking it out here, and you're going to see some of those changes actually happen. For this event, we had 3 Ryzeal, which is nothing too crazy. You're going to continue to see that deck kind of do its thing. I mean, players are always going to try to play the deck that they feel safe with. That is not going to change at all. We also have 1 Maliss participant out here. The fact that Maliss had to be rolled back so hard for an event like this is kind of crazy, actually. I also see that we do have a Blue Eyes deck as well. I think Blue Eyes is still a very solid meta choice. It kind of amazes me how much we have seen the meta, you know, shifting in not like Blue Eyes' favor at all. But the deck is still, you know, doing well. Now, we also have a Yubel deck. I want to say anytime we see Yubel, it's a cause for celebration because it gives people a nice chance to, you know, kind of cheer for the deck. It's become the underdog deck. It's not that it's not performing. It's just, you know, it takes a little bit of build-up. We also have this Kashtira deck that's playing Ryzeal and Labradorite or Alexandrite Dragon. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. And then we have Odion's Trap deck actually showing up and doing some kind of interesting ideas. I like the idea that we're, you know, seeing this actually having a game plan and working out. I knew that the deck looked fun, but to actually see people trying to crack the code on it is really, really awesome. So let's pass on over so you guys can take a look at some of these deck lists. All right, so starting things off here, we have another Metaltronius special out here. At this point in time, I'm no longer surprised to see, you know, Metaltronius being Maliss's best friend. This deck just, it has to have some sort of backup plan to get through the detonator, because if the detonator establishes, this deck just has such a hard time overcoming that. And I think we're going to continue to see the trend with this just be very, very needed. And I think as your meta develops, well, I don't think we can develop much further than we've already gotten here. It's just a necessary evil at this point. I mean, heck, man, you've got the Ultimate Slayers here as well to kind of clean up and make sure that, you know, I can actually play the game. If not, well, you know, we just kind of lose and call it a day. That's the unfortunate downside to how things are right now. So they're going about as I would expect it to with this. Next up here, we got a lot of Ryzeal variants to cover, but this one trying to do some spicy things. I mean, the fact that you were in top 8 and you were able to get away with main decking Bestial Lubellions just to ensure that you can get to these, but also to see the Branded Regained action out here is definitely on the cool list of things, honestly. You also get to see, you know, because of this, you are going to get some recyclability for anybody trying to interrupt your engravers and things like that. I don't know. I almost want to say that this feels a little bit win more. Maybe it's just me being a little bit more cynical when looking at the Branded Regained package in general, but I just don't see the value that you're getting with this. And most other builds just would not even bat an eye at this and just go with the standard stuff. But, you know, tech choices do allow other people to prevail, so that's kind of cool. Next up here we have, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Playing 44 cards here. You got full Fiendsmith package in here, but, you know, we're not touching the Lubellions. Actually, there's no Bestials anywhere to be seen on this list, but instead, we got some crossouts down here. I do like the idea of crossout being the assistance card for you. Being able to stop your opponent from really just kind of bonking you upside the head with a hand trap, and then you having the bonk for the hand trap that's trying to bonk you. I've been a huge fan of this card, especially since, you know, I have been outplayed so many times. Just having the counter feels pretty strong. Also, 1-tack talents in the main deck. Okay. We are doing 1-1 split here on the Metaltronius, one in the main, one in the side deck. That's fine. We also do have the Cowboy down here as well. All right. In terms of what's going on here, I don't see any real craziness, man. Pretty standard stuff. Speaking of standard, all right, well, another 42 card variant here. Triple engraver, all the fun stuff that you're very used to. You do see the double tracked in here. Going with the 1 Meows in the side deck with the triple Perulia. No Fuas to be seen in here at all. But instead we are going with some Ghost Ogres. I've seen, there's been a decent amount of Ghost Ogre play lately. I'm actually kind of impressed with how many people, choose to explore Ogre just as a card in general. I think the card's pretty freaking good for what it actually does. It's a little funny just to see the one of Meows. It's like, if I see it, it's good enough. If I don't, well, we move on along with our day. And of course, actually seeing Solemn Judgments in this build is a little bit new. Don't really see a lot of people trying this outside of Pure, but okay, well, a lot of Ryzeal Fiendsmith. All right, we have some Blue Eyes action for you. Finally, something different. Going with Triple Maiden, Triple Fu in the main deck. You are also seeing the Dominus Purges built into the main deck here as well. I will tell you, I think Purge is a pretty solid option to go with this deck. It just gives you the extra hand trap, just to make sure that if your opponent, is trying to go too far in the game plan, you're covered. The Majesty, love the double pop, man. It's so good. Considering the fact you're always going to have to play 2 bricks. I remember trying out one of these. Just go with the 2. You've also got the triple tack talents as well. It's amazing that this card, so many people are cutting it now. But in a case like Blue Eyes, they just want the extra power to ensure that, they're set up and nothing's going to really ruin their day. Also, Zeus for the tack talents. That's kind of cool. Alrighty. Hi. We have some Yubel action for you. Sitting on the triple throne of anti-fun. I'm telling you, every time you play against this deck, it is a pain in the butt, but it does its job. We're also going with 2 Nightmare Pain in here, which I think is fine. We're also playing the Mature Chronicle as well. I guess this is one of those situations that you just need this card to do the thing, because you are playing triple Super Poly in here, and that's frickin' Trifoberdom. Oh boy. Alright, well, I guess this is technically a huge frickin' vacuum for cleaning up 3 monsters. So that does work. We're also doing the classical Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. I do think that this is a correct call. You do want to have this card be a resource to actually help you out. So, okay, I'll take that. And then we've also got the Primite Kashtira deck. We're playing Alexandrite Dragon and OG Ryuran in here as our choices. But I mean, this is level 7, which is great. And we have Alexandrite Dragon. I also see Crushtron down here. Okay, well, I mean, if there is there even a way to get to that? Maybe? I don't know. This is too crazy. Too crazy to think about. I just like the fact that we can use this as an overlay material and kind of go to town. They are putting a lot of emphasis on the Ghost Reaper, though. There is no way to make this. It's just, for Crystron, you're calling this for the what's it called? Love the Giant Hand Access for a choice. And then, of course, there's the White Binder, the Heavenly Spheres, and the Requiem. Yeah, this deck's kind of cool. Oh, actually, I just realized we're playing 7 Tachyon. This is a bridge to get to the barrel. Okay, awesome. And then our last list here is Odion's, the Last Judge of Anubis special. Now, you do see that we are doing Lord of the Heavenly Prison plays in here. Just to kind of, protect your back row while they're set. You don't really want to have your opponent doing anything too crazy. But on the kind of setup here, Only 2 Temple of the Kings with the triple copies of the treasures here. We are not doing OG Circuit at all. I did like the OG Circuit with the Temple interaction, just to kind of, you know, cheat out a fusion monster, but we're not going with that. We have some Perulias built into the main deck as well, and of course some Ghost Ogres. But this is really freaking cool. So we're going with what? 2 Apophis, triple of the Swamp Deity, and 1 OG embodiment, and then of course 1 Verdict, and then 1 Statue of Anguish pattern. Yeah, this is so freaking awesome to see. Extra deck. I don't see a problem. Everything looks amazing. So what do you guys think about this breakdown? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.